I have a lot of respect for Joe because, and I think I've mentioned this before, but he took a lot of my fear away.
Yeah, because he beat the fuck out of you, and you said, "Hey, I can survive it."
Well, and he booked me in stuff that I wasn't comfortable with,
Right.
knowing that I could handle it, or maybe not knowing that I could handle it, but
or maybe not thinking a thought in his fucking head when he wrote the shit down.
But he IWC between him and Merck, and mad respect to Merck too. I love that guy. They took most of my fear in wrestling away.
We had some epic battles with the Trailer Fabulous.
Yeah, we did. And that was always, you got in there and you're like, what's going to happen tonight?
I have a distinct memory, and I love Joe, I'm not trying to bury him, but this is the truth. I have a distinct memory of us going over to the little gorilla position, which was outside the building around the fucking where the tunnel was, where the entrance is. And Merc was there, and it's like, we need to fucking go. I mean, your music's about to play, guys. And having to run back and get Joe, and he's like sitting in the corner.
Yeah. That didn't just happen once.
Don't get me wrong, I've been known to, do some of that too. But
so is your tag team partner.
But true. I came home. Never mind. But
what?
Not while I'm supposed to be wrestling. Not when I've got your fucking body in my hands, dropping you.
What are you talking about? Oh.
Getting messed up and getting.
Oh yeah.
I recall many a match where Merc worked the whole thing, basically.
Joe
got the hot tag, and you had to. He stood in the middle of the ring, and you had to run to him, pretty much body slam yourself, clothesline yourself. You had to just run and take a bump because he's going.
But man, when he chopped you, he meant business. And I remember watching matches, and you could always tell the difference between us from Pensacola and the people that he trained.
Yeah, but that's not something to be proud of. He chops hard. Is that something to be proud of?
Well, I'm just saying, like, they were just ominous. I mean, and you would sit there, and I'd watch Booger take 3 and bump on the 3rd one.
Anybody can do
Nick
that.
Bumped on number 1.
Anybody can hit you as hard as they can in the chest.
It always sounded good.
Doesn't. Of course, it's going to sound good if you hit somebody as hard as you can in their chest. I don't know.
But hit you in the chest.
Please don't.
Go to the next name.
I don't know. Were we done with? I thought I had another funny story, but I forgot what it was now.
We could do a whole shoot on Joe.
Wow. But I love Joe.
Oh yeah.
He was a good guy. But he was telling me, like, because I was talking about him abusing some substances. Even that was a victory for Joe being where he was, because he was telling me stories about years prior where he was doing shit in quantities that he should have been dead.
Should have killed an elephant.
He was telling me some stories.
Oh, and back to Nick Wonder real quick. There's a funny story that I just thought of.
Mm-hmm.
When we were in IWC, Claw was doing the shows too, you know.
Eddie Pittman, Chief Iron Claw.
He used to wrestle Rodney on the territories. That's Yokozuna, in case you don't know who that is.
But the Claw was there, and he was doing something, and I was sitting in the big locker room, you know, where Joe dressed and everything, and it was the Overboy locker room, I guess. And
that's where all the fanny packs were.
Claw just for that day had some kind of attitude. Just being, you know, because people...
Grumpy.
He was just grumpy.
Big and grumpy.
For whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick Wonder came in there, and Claw said something. I don't know if he was just being a dick to him or something like that, but Claw said something to him. And Nick Wonder said, "What's the matter, Chief?" He's like, "Just had a bad day, buddy." Nick Wonder said, "You want to talk about it?" And I had to leave the room.
What a kind heart.
It was so fun.
Want to talk about a big guy?
You want to talk about a big guy?
You want some McDonald's? Want a soda? IWC. Too bad you missed it. I wish you'd have been there. Ronnie Fargo, otherwise known as Spade Sterling. Wasn't that his original?
Oh yeah, in PWA or whatever.
Well, he was an XW guy, but I think he had one. And he wore Daisy Duke shorts. I
remember that.
I was like, what the fuck is this about?
Fargo.
Does he know he's doing that?
Ronnie Fargo, I always liked him. He was always a nice guy to me.
He was good in the ring.
He was good in the ring. Very fucking intense.
Oh, yeah. He took it way too seriously.
But that goes back to the whole shoot thing. he was the one that kind of
was roughing you up.
Was roughing me up.
If he was beating me up, I don't know it.
But he was
some
so
guys,
intense.
Some guys
anyway.
are just stiff.
He was so intense anyway that I wasn't. I'm not 100% sure he was.
We heard later that somebody had ordered them to rough us up. I guess.
I heard before.
Oh, was it before?
Yeah,
I don't know. Oh yeah, Sink stooged it off to us.
And
I was like,
I caught
whatever.
Fargo real good in the head one time, and then I tagged out to you because I was like, "Yep, let Jerry take."
You gotta think of some of the people I worked in the beginning.
Yeah.
Turbo Ted on a consistent basis. Chris Cody is snug as fuck. Like,
really?
Yeah. With him, you have to go with one of the things he taught me was go with the flow. Meaning, if he headlocks you, he's not going to say, "Okay, headlock takeover in 3, 2, 1." That's not how it works. He goes boom, and if he's going to take you over, he just takes you over, like Fargo style. Not Ronnie Fargo, but Don Fargo. And he was snug as shit.
Who I have nothing bad to say about, by the way.
Oh no, fuck, legendary.
What's he doing now?
Don?
I don't know.
I heard he was like a.
Percy heard from him or something. I heard Percy talking.
Don.
Oh,
Don's actually doing like a painting gig right now.
That's what I heard.
He's a great artist.
Yeah,
he's done a lot of murals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He did the murals over at Barn Hills, and he does a lot of murals around town. So from what I understand, he does a lot of artwork right now.
He's an incredible artist. Oh, he's always done that.
I don't know whatever happened to Ronnie Fargo.
That's what I was wondering. What happened to
Didn't
Ronnie?
he move somewhere to
To up his career.
propel his career? He was good. He was a good hand in the ring. I have a match on tape with him that was really good.
Yeah, he was a specimen.
But he was just so fucking. I mean, backstage, be a guy, hang out. I can understand like this guy is real gung ho about making it in the business and stuff, but he laughs and jokes too. Shit, don't be Mr. Mean all the time.
You're selling it to the people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people
you
aren't
don't
backstage.
you don't have to work the boys.
You're not gonna. Yeah, you can't work the boys, and that's another thing Percy told us: never work the boys, and you can't work a worker.
He had a good physique too, though. He was.
So I was saying, from the videos I saw that Ethan showed me, or Flex, he was quite the specimen. He was, like you said, very intense in the ring.
He could do some. He did like a spin kick that was like up here.
Very agile.
He had a total package. Who's next?
Marcus Gibbs.
Marcus Gibbs, isn't that his name? I hope I wrote it down.
Yeah,
right.
that's his name.
That Marcus, Chocolate Boy Wonder.
Funny.
What was funny about that is I guess I'm at fault for that one too.
Uh-oh.
Because another gimmick idea from Joe that kind of stood.
Whoops.
Because he put himself over in a promo as he was talking to a girl at ringside saying, "And I'll come down to your home and I'll be your Chocolate Boy Wonder." And I popped backstage. I'm like, no way in hell this kid just called himself a Chocolate Boy Wonder. And he came backstage and it's like, Marcus,
You just named yourself.
you just named yourself, dude. Use that. You're the Chocolate Boy Wonder. Every time I see you out there, that's what I'm thinking. And he said, really? That was just something that I said, use it. And now he's the Chocolate Boy Wonder.
That guy wants to wrestle too bad.
Oh,
because he was a really good referee.
Yeah.
Like he was
very
the one
charismatic.
He was the one I wanted because he was so. All right, you ready? Let's get it on. Like he was very into it.
He was a lot of charisma.
And he fed the spots, like I would say. You'd tell him this, and he'd go feed the spot, and he was right there.
He wants it. And he was kind of mistreated when he was training.
Yeah, well, a
A lot of
more.
Certain people of the training facility at that time who were no longer with us.
Red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can bury
Red.
Red.
Politicking now.
We can bury Red.
He's not booking my.
He's in Missouri.
Good for him.